It should be working now. Yeah. I'm checking. Yeah. Oh, that was. Hello. Can you hear or not? Someone right can I be heard or not? Hello. Oh, thanks, Stuart. So there's everyone seen some crazy announcement. That is not so crazy at all. And we will explain a little bit more in next 30 minutes how much we can. So first important introduction is that we are a little bit turning back to our dear Chinese investors. Why? Because some of them are really dear, some of them are not. And they will find themselves without me pointing out the finger or calling out the names. So the latest article that went out on, I believe, Access Wire ended up on the markets of Business Insider and the rest of Yahoo and supporting networks. BitShares from dark DAO to corporate dark. I believe that it's crucial and quite significant that we promoted that article in Chinese on their market, as I believe that China is a great market that can have quite nice cooperation, maybe joint ventures, partnerships, collaborations. It doesn't have to be any type of investment. It can just be an exchange of services. We do something, they do something. Because keeping that market would be quite valuable and important to us, as we have more than 2 billion of supply in that market, and it's not really a fun or a joke to ignore that market. Translation of the article will be probably done by tomorrow. We have some pretty enthusiastic handwritten Chinese translator that likes to do everything 3 times the same like I do. So I believe we will have good feedback there. We are hiring one more Chinese translator, but not for writing and reading and that kind of stuff, but also the verbal communication with the China, so marketing, support and the rest. We have to reach out to the holders there that are interested still in what we do, that see the brighter picture of everything, and that's not even a discussion to be made or topic to be discussed. Please yourself with whatever. We are that tired, we are sleeping very little bit, we are working very hard, and there is a lack of resources, not in a financial terms, but more like in resources, physical human resources that are, how to explain, maybe more reliable, maybe more trustable, maybe more effective, maybe more cost effective, depends, but it's very hard to find a normal employee in crypto world. At least everybody in crypto are into free cash and let's do nothing and let's stretch it as far as we can just to stay longer and receive the salary. Anyway, nobody's checking out or looking, which is not okay. So we are going back to the Chinese market. We will start article by article, page by page, website by website, and it will be done probably by the new year. Because the hardest article and the most difficult from both business and technical side is the one that is being translated as a test for a new Chinese translator, and she's doing an amazing job. So Chinese cut is the topic, we can move to next one. BitVerse. Everybody are waiting to hear what's that. So everybody, it's well known that I personally failed on delivery of NFTs. Why? It's not an excuse, and I don't even want to reason it again and again and again. It's late. It's still late. Yeah, it's 8 months. Yeah, it's going to be done anyway. And yeah, nobody paid for it, so it's being done for free and our cost, not yours. As a part of NFTs that on BitShares blockchain have completely different structure than on any other blockchain, and that people don't understand that NFTs were 6 years ago what we called UIA, user issued asset, where hello Sora. This is by the way the guy who brought us to XY and all that market insiders and Yahoo stuff. And we have nice collaboration with them. Him personally, me. But we need more of those. We need more advertisements, we need more articles and more publications. The simple thing is that NFTs are UIs. One asset issued, max supply one. That's the NFT, nothing more than that. That part of user details that are being stored somewhere, apart from the files, the actual images, but even they can be stored on a blockchain, we can practically store everything by my knowledge, new knowledge today, that again thanks to ABIT, we can encrypt and decrypt a memo without even making the transaction. So if someone fill in the, for example, the details on the, oh, we have a new subscriber, thank you. So apart from the ability to write all the data on the blockchain in an encrypted memo, and that nobody can read the data except the owner of the account and the memo itself, I came to conclusion that actually we don't have to store so much on IPFS on any local hosting. On local hosting can be actually just the images stored, a local hosting, online hosting that is outside of the blockchain. So on that network that is centralized in third party, possibly maybe not so centralized, but that will add in the end of this report if we have enough time. That will be storing just the images. We don't need the JSON file to read a memo. We don't need complications that are not even. We don't need nothing that can be broken, hacked, changed, altered, and any kind of problem for the owner itself of the asset that claims non-fungible token as the asset that he owns for real. So imagine if someone comes and takes your Mona Lisa by copying it and reselling it as you, representing as you, and nobody's checking the address on the blockchain or whatever. So there will be no copycats. They can encrypt the memo, they can decrypt, but they cannot clone the account, and the accounts are named accounts, so we know what was issued where. That ability of NFTs with the current hype of metaverse gave us a perfect idea. 2019, end of 2018, early 2019, one BitSharean from Sweden who was residing in Thailand and went back to Sweden and then came back again. By the way, the same guy who brought me to Steam first time, Kim Erik Staflund, crazy Swedish guy, but we love him a lot. Crazy in a positive way. Something negative, but okay, we are all human. So he showed me a blueprint of Pattaya Smart City on that time. So the government had a plan and a cost of how much would be to build a smart city of Pattaya, where we are residing now. And as the beginning of that smart city, they already started building a very fast railway that comes from Bangkok to Pattaya in very few minutes. 150 kilometers in very few minutes. So yeah, they are busy with it. Since they don't have the tech and they don't have the knowledge like nobody else in the world, because everybody mostly ignored crypto except the banks. Banks were all the time on our trails and asses, sniffing and looking what we're doing so they can do different just legal. To not stay away from the topic, we decided that signing up a partnership with a gaming company, a designer of games, or a previous Sega designer, or current 3D modeler for advertisement for Razer hardware for the PC gaming industry, so-called CAM.md that we introduced, I believe, 2018 to the blockchain, but they left to the name, that we can build a metaverse and start from the city that we already seen the blueprint for, so try to recreate a smart city within the digital world, possibly assign assets as NFTs from the real owners that would be willing to convert their asset into that new smart city as a part of a smart city. And as a construction company and someone who will obtain student rate license, REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust, that would be, I consider that not a bomb, but nuclear bomb. Because everybody who is saying about tokenization of real estate, it doesn't exist, it doesn't work on chain, nobody has it still done. We have it in progress, possibly soon to be released. All of these tricks that I'm pulling out now from the sleeves are based on their operations is much easier because we are relying heavily on Bit. Bit is similar to Scatter, practically Scatter of which is blockchain. It was abandoned due to lack of funding, and the idiotic holders were more happy to take out the funds for themselves, but not to pay development of something important. We probably continue fund privately that piece of software and make some few requests on GitHub compared to the last one that we did for StakeBTS. For that, I will say big thank you to only one group, company, to friends, colleagues, co-workers that are sticking together probably to the grave, and also became very good friends of mine. I have to give them a shout out and advertisement just a second. So youth, I didn't prepare all the details and I'm a little bit, like I said, tired. So we come to the point of this. Oh no. I'm trying to find it. This is definitely something that will not be to be found, but I guess we know. Just a second. No. Okay, I'm wrong. So the company is called blockops.de, blockops, blockchain technologies A to Z. The two very dear friends from the blockchain that are not so heavily involved with BitShares anymore, but understand even why. They are Dr. Engineer Fabian Schuch and Dr. Stefan, who were together all along in the past half decade or so, 4 to 5 years. So they're the guys who are still, at least Fabian, heavily involved into his Aptic, a Python tool that makes everything more easy. Since the BBF exited, how she exited, they also remained damaged behind. And I think that Fabian is currently busy with his own blockchain that I hope it will have success and find what it needs to find. And it will be first to help if I ever get the opportunity to do so. So their company BlockOps there is getting in this small show an advertisement, free advertisement with a banner that we did, and just a second, we are doing it now. My computer is a mess. And the ping that you hear is my Telegram. There is heavy discussion on why the F we are disabled on Binance. So disable notification on Binance, that's it. And go back to Hyperute. Okay. This is not approved and not asked by them, so it's not paid advertisement, and I can put it inside the video as much as I want. YouTube, you can go F yourself. And that's it. Oh, I cannot copy the photo. Okay. This is annoying. And the show is already too long. I see Karen looking at the phone. Italian desktop, no. Desktop, yes. Save. Sorry guys for this, but they really deserve a little bit of credits. Nobody credited them what they deserve. And that's just shit. So I still don't see an image. Oh, I see it now. Image is being set. Transition is being made. And that's it. That's them. blockops.de. Visit them if you want some development, professional development, and if you are around Europe, especially Germany, Austria, Switzerland. They're the top guys for you. And if they cannot handle that much, David will jump in anytime if they call him. We tend to I not mean jump on a call, but yeah, he's willing to go out there and show what BitShares is worth, and I'm sure they are doing the same. So with that all said, I'm utilizing Bit to write logic and concepts that nobody was being aware of, and one of our community members and developers called himself R on his NFT EA.gallery with the implementation of Bit, and I think he liked it. So I will continue for friendly fun, to communicate with him and see how much he can go far with my ideas and logic that are free on the testnet for anyone to test on NFT EA.gallery. Later we will go through small demo for end of everything what we said. Now just discussion. Yes. Well, I can also say even his name. We are making the deal with Ivan on Tech, crypto guy with a YouTube channel. Even he doesn't have millions of views or whatever. He does market something properly and as he promises. So it's not just about what you think it's needed, because you all came here or 1 year ago, or you've been inactive 2-3 years, or you're just knowing what BitShares is and you're amazed. And it's there 6 years, and we literally seen everything for that marketing and everything else. And it's not good, yeah. Overspend in marketing when someone can dump your supply and price anytime he wants is not really a smartest idea. You're spending money to Ether, to nothing. Or in literally Ethereum blockchain. Because all of them want payments in USD Tether, USD BEP, or ERC20, they don't care. Just to be Tether or Ether or Bitcoin. So they still use the most expensive coins to do the payments. They don't know what's referral system. They don't know what's 5 cent fee or 3 second transaction fixed. And they're still utilizing this I don't want to bark too much and curse in the video, but yeah, I'm getting pissed. Ethereum fees 50 to $360, 3 to 15 minutes transaction. Bitcoin 45 minutes transaction fee, $25 to $150. BitShares 4-5 cent fixed, depends on the price of BitShares token, but not much changing. And 3 second fixed transaction, nobody is using it. Nobody even wants to accept the payment. I have to fight with people to accept the payment. So we are getting through NFTs.org, an intro for the BitVerse as a construction of a new model of tokenizing the real estate properties while building a smart city in a metaverse would be a great use cases of demonstrating the actual speed, and not just speed but durability and the resistance of BitShares blockchain to such amount of transactions and requests simultaneously from any part of the world, to show how truly decentralized are and how much we can hit. And we can hit more than any of them, including EOS, and that's what's their biggest worry, why we are under the carpet. Some of them know and they accept the technology, they embrace it, they're proud to be powered by BitShares, and that's when we advertise on news.bitShares.org. Soon we will be advertising them here as well. So BitVerse and NFTs are coming combined. BitVerse will start its building of first it will be built as a Google map. So we will cover the entire map with the descriptions, properties, what needs to be done, how needs to be done, task lists, literally a reconstruction of a city. Once we have it in 2D model with all the details and all the properties that we will get in real life to be able to convert to that smarter city. And our office is, by the way, one step away from being a smart office with the blockchain in laptops, accessible to laptops, embedded in table, to the Wi-Fi, lights, switches, everything touch, no touch, talks, literally snap your fingers and done. Since the world is becoming so fast, we have to find a way to save ourselves from doing unnecessary things, and turning the switches or ordering music or putting the curtains on and off really don't have to be something that bothers us. Again, no other blockchain can do it on chain. EOS probably can, but they're not interested in it. Ripple is too busy with SEC all the time when they come to the end of supply. And we are there, dumb, dull, and everybody are not looking. So best way to promote ourselves to hard work and deliveries instead of marketing. That is the point. Besides that, we are investing in marketing, and I don't want to mention what else is going to marketing. Some of it is under strict NDAs or will be under strict NDAs. Maybe we'll join a little bit football, like Premier League as a partner, maybe not, depend of the offer they have. Maybe we'll go into some very crazy network network infrastructure partnership. Oh, my boy is here. Hello.
Hello.
Mr. BitShares, the junior one. Now you go eyes on the TV. So we are there, we are not hiding nothing. That's it. No reason for it. Regarding it's coming slow and it's coming steady. We are not throwing money into the marketing as you all know. We are self-funded since very nice and long ago, 2020. Actually, we are self-funded from 2019 since the workers stopped. We were funded very poorly one time in 2020 early when 4.0 was launched, that some people call and still are calling Trojan horse, which I don't understand, but okay. We did what we did. We changed what we changed. The opportunity to do what they can, and they could a lot, but they didn't. So we don't have to be bothered with them, and that's it. We don't need them. We need their tokens, and we will buy it sooner or later. But we don't need them. We need a healthy community. We need a burn back to the reserve pool that never occurred on BitShares blockchain. We need that 250 million stolen from the Genesis block somehow returned to the reserve pool. Maybe someone is selling it now. Let's get it back. They never supposed to leave the reserve pool in the first place. Nobody's bothering to repurchase 250 million BTS. But everybody are bothered with the price. But don't be bothered with the price. Be bothered first to fix the tech and the brand, the supply, everything what's wrong, brutally wrong. But then we can focus on the price. So now shifting price is not really profitable or a secure thing. It's just spending time on fire that is heavy 2 billion and can burn everyone in flames very easy, very quickly. If you not understand, Binance still have 800 million BTS in cold storages, and yet there is no more than 50 on order books, 50 million BTS. So I believe that's being held as a hostage. If you not want to trade the supply, why the F you are holding it there? For what? You are not voting. You as an exchange should not be voting or participate in any governance in a sort of that would be plutocracy on the endlessly, never done, never ending. Nobody could stop them if exchanges started doing that, but that would be illegal. So to go back to the reserve pool, and the important part, on 10th of September 2020, market cap of BitShares was 108.03 million USD. So 108 million 30,000 USD. Volume was 101 million 101.8 million USD. So 101 million 800,000 USD, and price was 0.03598 USD per BTS. We can freely say 0.036, 3.6 cents of a dollar per BTS, and circulating supply was 3,2,501,389.66092 BTS. So supply was over 3 billion. On 2 days ago, I don't know how much is for you, but for me it's already 22nd. On 20th of November 2021, at the same time, 7 a.m. Market cap was $143.73 million. And I will repeat, the price was 0.048 USD per BTS, 4.8 cent. Volume was just $15.5 million. Price was on a way of dump, strictly bearish, because Chinese just finished the pump of the BTS, encouraged people to go to MBS, sold everything on 6 something cent and dumped it back to 2. So a reminder on the anniversary of me and Abit, because we are married to the blockchain together. On 20 November 2020, when we just started this, price of BTS was 1.9 cent, 1.899 cent of a dollar per BTS token. So I consider this about nearly 3x profit just for the hodlers. Today we seen price on 5.6 cent. Now, to be clear, I'm not doing that. They come to me and they ask, do you have a news? If I'm nearly ready to release the news, I say yes. If I don't have, I say no, I don't have. They had a news and I spread the news into specific groups that are paying nothing and they don't want nothing. They just want to make BTS up. So I'm definitely not alone. Today we see a movement of, in reality, I mean, that volume that CoinMarketCap is showing is nonsense and bullshit. But we had a real $1.2 million buys on time 10 leverage trading. And then some other group continued on regular trading and Binance was exploding a few hours later with 11 million volume. Being green, like highly, we trust in what they write. By the way, they are Binance. Same company. So if we draw the line and say we were self-funded, we did the for-profits from our own pockets, we did the development from our own pockets, we did the work by our own hands and legs and body. Some of us not even getting paid. Many, actually. Many. Still, some are not paid. Not even a dollar. Even still to this day are giving their own money to continue this pushing. And we don't have to name who. Silver in supply on 20 November 2021 was 2.994 billion BTS. Reduce in supply means that blockchain earned money. And that was the first time that the reserve pool earned money since inception of BitShares blockchain. So every year they had funded marketing, development, this, that, whatever witnesses, but reserve pool was never profitable. Everybody, marketeers, China, USA, EU, everyone. And nobody knows about BitShares 2021. Go F yourself, O, FTA, F them all, and buy. Just, but you put the shit on a wildflower and it will grow beautiful. But it's a flower still, yeah. You put whatever you want, vitamins, boosters, this, that, on a root, and it will only grow menace. So they're just rotten roots of this very own community, technology, and platform. Their actions managed to drive away every possible decent person away from the beaches permanently. That if you want to get someone back, you have to take them into it. find what's their biggest desire now. Same like a real DAO. You have to find who have what desire so you can come and find a way how to make him get it. Just stay a little bit longer with us. Because that's the only way. That's the only way. BitShares cannot survive without BitShares. I'm proud to wear this brand on myself. Even people don't know even what it is. Every first person is asking Bitcoin and want to smash into the head. BitShares read at least. So hi all. BitShares blockchain reserve pool earned $407,782 in last 365 days, and that were paid profits to reserve pool. Apart from what we didn't earn and what blockchain earned, I really don't have any tolerance for retards on Twitter or in Telegram group. I grew old 10 years in this year with BitShares and going for profits and trying to merge the real life and the blockchain, which is impossible. And I know now how hard they made it happen, but we are capable and we don't give up, so they got themselves wrong again. We can do it. With faith, trust, and that colleagues and people that I'm talking about, we can do it. Because everybody can do something. Replace each other, help each other, stretch each other, whatever is needed. That's colleagues and friends. And thanks to everyone who are still around. So, NFTs by community. We have NFT EA gallery, and I'm going to find where the screen capture is. Here is the screen capture. That we'll do later. Here is it. So, NFT EA gallery. Featured NFTs on the testnet of BitShares blockchain. A lot of advertisement to everyone around BitShares ecosystem, at least the one who are left. Thanks for BitShares.org. I'm sure Europa and XBTS would be saying thank you as well. I'll banker Amar Joseph. Yeah, stayed all along, and GDEX.io is pending. I believe they're rebranded and GDEX doesn't exist anymore, but that's still to be investigated. So we have Christopher Sanborn, R, Brendan, and few others who, as a community of devs, without being paid or asked to do anything, created the how that look like with us. They all have fixed price of 20k BTS. When you open them, you can see the big image, NFT, attestation, acknowledgements, narrative, asset, name, NFTA, direction, current owner, not attached, quantity issued 1, file type, NFT, art, visual. So every category has subcategories and that's how it's stored. Yeah, this NFT may not be stored fully on the chain. File encoding IPFS. Precision 0 because it's a non-fungible token. Asset issuer, net professional 1. Tags, how we can find it. Share, if you want to share it. Quite good social networking list here. Nice guys. Where to buy. Desktop app. GDEX, Banker, XBTS, BitShares.org, Crypto Fresh, BTS, block sites info as BitShares Explorer, and buy with Bit. Connect to Bit. Unfortunately, I don't have Bit installed on this PC, and I got a message: could not connect to Bit. Unable to connect to Bit on port 60555. Please launch Bit. Button download Bit, which is very catchy. We download the Bit. Bit setup. Advertisement for Bit, yeah. So watch and follow up, because they will warn you that the file is maybe dangerous as it's executable, and you'll just ignore it. Say yes, I want it. Nothing is going on. Okay, more info, run anyway. That would be it. Only for me, anyone who uses this computer. Next. I'm getting the message. Do you want to allow this app from another publisher to make changes to your device? Yes. Install in default folder, that will be sufficient. No any problems. Run Bit blockchain companion. And voila, Bit has started. Who will have Defender turned on? He will have to allow access. Restore from backup. Get started. We can say wallet name. Oh, I cannot do this in front of you because you will then all see my keys. But here we pick the one of the network. I would be removing smoke and steam, adding Hive, for the rest okay. Let's say it's okay. Implement using the private keys. For example, I will store the private keys, and I will do that in a minute. No, this is not the right window. Okay, this one can. So to know that it's really my account, that I really logged in, I will come to the public key part, then I will move the window, and then you can go F yourself, but you cannot see my keys. So you come to the advanced. Wow, permissions, and you will need active permissions and a memo key. So you click on the key, you type in the password if you haven't typed it already. Here the same, you type on it, you click on the key, that don't want to open. Nothing. I will have to check what's wrong with the wallet. But anyway, you should be able to copy the, not just to copy, but also to look the private key of active permissions. This is some bug in my wallet, so you should be seeing this. Anyway, so active permissions and memo key. For just this demo, I will probably copy paste from my notes. Okay, next is account name, BitVerse cipher. See, active private key and memo private key. Unfortunately, I cannot open the active key, and I won't be able. I don't know why. I will try from BitShares notifications. Maybe that will work. So BitShares notifications, account, and we have now permissions. I cannot see active key. Oh. So, moment. This is gonna take a while. StakeBTS. For some reason, I apologize, but our wallet is, thanks to holders from 2019, unmaintained. Classical Bank is also announcing Metaverse, by the way. Classical Bank is one of the strongest banks in Thailand. By the way, the first investor into Bitcoin exchange. So I don't have idea. BTS default 2021. No. Yeah, 2021. Okay. Okay, one more time. Yeah, I'm having the local support here. They're warning me all the time how I'm late. But that's okay. You'll get used to it. I log in. Which notifications. You'll get used to it because I'll stop being late at one point. And you have to all understand, you cannot be on time when 16 things are out of your control or behind due date and schedule. And to go out from that chaos and to keep up with everything else that is on time is pretty much impossible. I don't know even how I'm managing this file. To not go nuts and to not yet anyone make nuts. I don't know how everybody around here still. So we have to look for the permissions. Very nice menu. BitVerse. And yes, here we can look the active permissions. So it's just a bug in wallet.bitches.org. We'll have to a little bit molest someone, but we are wrong, so for not getting him funded properly, so we will have to do it in a proper way and to get them some funds. So wallet.bitches.org can be normal. Wallet.bitches.org has to be normal. So Bit has passwords for the wallet that you will have to remember. You can now select wallet, and I picked the wallet that was the name of the wallet, but and I'm in. So my account ID, you can add accounts, English only for now, and balances of the tokens. Explorer, click here. We were on the page that was saying very nice stuff, and that was the page on NFT gallery, getting ready to do what? Oh, one more subscriber. Yeah. Where is it? This is no problem. So I'll message you. Thank you for connecting. Yeah, I should not be doing that. Okay. Oh yeah, that is here on the back. I apologize. Yeah, so where to buy? Buy with Bit. Buy it now. Price 20,000 BTS. Bit is installed. Connect to Bit. Connected to Bit. You can buy now NFT via Bit. You click buy now, and the website sends the request through localhost on your computer, and you safely sign the transaction from the safety of your own computer or device without ever providing any login credentials to the website. Impossible to be hacked. impossible to be penetrated unless you sign a transaction from a fishy website and that transaction is asking for your keys. Always check what's the transaction. Trade, sell this for this. Sign and broadcast. Yeah, I don't have sufficient funds and I wasn't able to do this, but it works. The whole point is that it works. So the community dev took that idea with Bit very seriously, and over one weekend, without any previous knowledge about it, managed to make this fine integration on each and every NFT. I believe we should give him more ideas. Flags are not existing, permissions are change market fee, whitelist, override authority, transfer restricted, disabled for sale, global sale, disabled confidential, witness fed asset, committee fed asset. Signature of the asset, signature public key, and no password, license, whatever it is, and JSON data is the raw data of the entire transaction and token. So I would be going very simple without much stretching. Get used to the Bit. Install Bit, everyone. You will be seeing more and more websites that are utilizing Bit. There will be no need for anyone to go inside and be molested or disturbed by logging in, unlocking again and unlocking again and unlocking again, saving key in the browser, thinking what is his key. Better you just apply your own password on the Bit thingy, and if you forget it, you still have save your key. You saved your key, and that's for you probably the most important thing. You can dig it out later, you'll remember your own password, you cannot forget that much. So that would be all about NFTs. One more thing is that we have to add, there is a night mode. Yeah, you're amazing. Other Art Casa and Algien, or whatever is the proper to pronounce this name, BitShares NFT Explorer. So Art Casa, I believe it's coming to us by Bit20 Creative Group, John Robert Conlin, the guy who started the first huge infrastructure on the blockchain, being on that time part of a DAO Street group, and which article today I by accident revisited, that is 4 years old now. Shout out for John as well. Yeah, and we have to talk soon. This is bidding. So you come and you bid, you publish your assets, you token license. It's a different concept, but sweet in its own way. If they integrate bid, that will be even more better. Because BitShares DEX is a little bit too complicated for average Joe, yeah. I believe in bit and stuff like that. You can much make it easier. This is a personal project. Again, all of these are just the iterations of the same utility, and that's called UI token. Different front ends, advertisement. Thank you. This is not same as NBS, which is a scam. Thank you. Very nice for me to mention that. From 18th April 2021 was my birthday, and starting NFTs on that time was probably the best gift I could get, and that was a really nice price of BitShares as well. If anyone remembers, it was hitting 14 cents plus. After that, everything goes to shit show. But anyway, we proved that we can do even that 14 cents without any investor help or miracles made. For the NFTs, you all had a opportunity to check it out. NFT Amred Bar is turned off. He's probably not turning it on again. Even he started the whole discussion on it. NFT is done. Public company. Today we got on Friday we got confirmed that it's doable. On little bit 12 hours ago, 15 hours ago, we got approval on additional funds between ourselves, who will invest, who will borrow, who will do what, to pay the finalization of the public company. Public company, as we all know, we cannot start public company having a company that is 10 months old. So a merger will happen. we will buy and sell the properties on a company that is old enough that after the merger give us privilege to go for public. Websites have to be updated, translated to Thai, Chinese as well. All that needs to happen before 20th of December. The roadmap will be published a little bit later on BitShares.org, if not later than tomorrow, as I haven't slept for 40 hours. And after that roadmap, we will hit more and more close to the schedule. There will be some delays, I'm quite sure. This is all too much to take in, and some people are right and they say how you think that you can do all of that. Yeah, I can, maybe not on time, but now it's doable. We found a solution that for 3 different projects, Bit is the solution, how to make them easy, how to make them safe, how to not write too much code in the web app or a mobile app or whatever. Just focus on Bit and on the logic, how you organize the elements. Merger and going public is happening before 20th of December. Anything later will be considered as a problem and a fail. So we cannot fail, we invested a lot. Properties that we acquired and that we are in the process of acquiring are missing around well, this list is not really okay. This number was not good. So $29, $30, $37. 37,162,000 baht, and needed more is 12,838,000 baht. That's another 3.8 roughly calculated. No, sorry, $380,000. At the current price of BTS, it would be around 10 million, less 9 point something. And we paid until now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 properties. 2 are rent to buy, the others are just purchase. Most important now are items 7 and 2, because both items are adding more value than we are paying for. One double, one around 20-30%. We had to give up on the first one because owners don't want to sell. The first one, where Kevin Job is now living. They tricked us into long-term rent. It was not fault of the agent or anyone. It just happened. Well, I'm already here to clarify one thing. We have receipt, invoice, personal receipt, we are missing the invoice for renovations. One house that didn't start with payment and that will go to this list, house number 12 and house number 13, two houses, two villas. One has missing a tax from 1 year, receipt just not payment, and we can fix it. So we will be, Musa, you missed the important part, so just relax and don't trade much. If you came for pump and dump, go to Polka Starter. It's for beginners anyway. So the receipt invoice of for renovation is missing. We have all the receipts on the even utility bills that we pay, all the receipts on the costs, investments into tech, hardware, people, staff, materials, whatever passes the costs of people who are working under the salary and contract agreements. The lawyer that is hired internally, but he has to also be paid overtime, and he has to do 5 agreements in 1 week, or 5 any kind of legal documents. It's all not easy. Yeah, you go and try to make a legal company for the blockchain, especially when it's having that history that BitShares has, and tell me what happened. On all the new products, including the BitVerse, the trademark will be registered. More Institute will be having released funds tomorrow towards their way to register the trademarks for the new products, including the BTS. Merger, that's only thing what we have to update on public. The total of the payments is 37,162,000 baht. The remaining is 12.838 12,838,000 baht. We would probably acquiring a little bit over that to not get a minimum of 50 million, but we will see what will happen and how it will roll out. At the end, at the very end, last but not least, StakeBTS report and a bug that is fixed already. So currently in stake, for anyone who was doubting the stake story, FTA, FTMO, now in stake is 8,075,000 plus 50,000 from Make Million, who tried to deposit the stake from the same BitShares account, and bot ended up not returning him stake nor collecting 50 BTS, but sending him a memo of 1 BTS that he's just something can be processed with his previous stake. He's probably punished, so the bot is holding his own money, and he probably tried it more than once, or the bot is in bug. That's still being investigated, pending. But now it's stake, active stake, approved stake, legal stake, 8,075,000 BTS. Payout principals until now are 1,725,000 BTS, and it's all provable on blockchain. To go and check for yourself how much went in, how much went out from the BitShares management of group. In stake and principal, if we take the principals that we returned, is total of 9.8 million BTS. Payout that we did until now in 8% is 1,279,000 BTS. So I repeat, payout in 4 months is 1,274,000 BTS. In next 1 week we have payouts close to 500,000. And I'm very proud to say that we came to the point where we literally invest 80% of their funds and still managed to find ourselves a jump board organized team, whatever, to maybe even playing some games in the meantime as a team. But that's it, it's working. Today I demonstrated how the markets are totally not free, and I haven't even asked for it. It came to me by itself, and I was happy. I was happy that we are able, without any significant investment, any investment at all, or any dirty game, to lift the price. And we will not go and dump the NBS. We don't have NBS. We don't hold NBS. We will just stay here and do what BitShares needs to do. So StakeBTS, make million, we owe you 50k, and we owe you 40k for the missing payout today, where you got just one BTS. Abit prompted me on it, but I was already busy with light presence in the meantime. And the bug occurred when the bot had 133,000 BTS. The payout for the make million was 40k, which totals to 93 in the end, once he's paid out, and the bot will not operate or reject any request for a withdrawal if it has less than 100,000 BTS. That was my way how to protect bot and the funds that are staying inside. So there are strict rules on: you miss 2-time fee, 50, you write wrong, you are not coming back third time even if you deposit the money, so you're not getting nothing. Unless you come KYC yourself, prove that you are normal and nothing is wrong with you, so you are not fucking us on purpose. Oops, again. It's not for the kids anyway, so I don't care. I don't have much to say more. So public company is going, and we are registering a stock. BTS is coming with a trademark on it. BitVerse is coming with a trademark on it. BitIBot is done, but I have to take a close look on what needs to happen more, so we can get the proper price feeds on it, and will be advertised around targets on supply and quantity of BTS. And NFTs are coming. This weekend more we will enjoy a little bit of the community development. We will not ask them for code or free work. We will just look how it's working, how your concept or idea is working, since they're doing it for themselves. You give someone concept and logic, he gives you a demo. That's market, that's free market. We have all rights and will to pick what we will exchange at what rate, and what is fair, what is not fair. It doesn't have to be forced on us by someone else. So if you don't have any questions except the one that they skipped, which game company? It's not a game company, it's a 3D modeling company. They do also the high-res and high-tech advertisements. cum.md, so cum.md. And before you start laughing in some crazy way at being associated with cum as men's liquid cum from too much excitement, no, it's not. And I would appreciate if bad jokes are not being anymore said in public, as they are really prestigious and well-known agency. Also, I know personally, and I used to work for a Thai Australian who was a Sega designer for games, and even he's a little bit cocky and strong with the pricing. He always has some requests. I will try to reach him out and to see if it's possible that we find some compensation. I'm not his boss, he's not my boss. We are just collaborating on a really nice project, and he will do a really nice design for the games that we cannot, making it more unique. Probably bringing his own team. So we will have 3 partnerships to discuss in the next 24 hours over the phone. One is even being scheduled now for it's the next call. I have to finish this soon. And wish us good luck. Check a little bit the numbers. Don't think that you know something just because you read somewhere but you didn't, or you read somewhere very wrong. If you want to verify data or the payouts or the salaries or of any worker on BitShares blockchain, you can check it on BitShares blockchain. You don't need a full mouth to scrutinize everything that someone did. You don't need to believe in that. If you believe in that, then you're just chaotic as they are. So try to look in the blockchain. Blockchain never lies. Numbers never lie. Everything is there. The deliveries, the ETAs, everything. By the beginning of the work, by end of the work, burn back the funds, not burn back the funds. How long they stay, what value they gain, how fast they go away. Everything is on the blockchain. No need to argue or discuss. So you guys have to really put more faith into all of this, because we are running low with power. Committee account and workers will be coming after .org, and I'm more and more sure that it's tomorrow as I'm nearly falling asleep. And we continue tomorrow, another push. We are not stopping. We cannot stop, as this is the only thing we can do. We will be the first IPO stock registered on the real stock market, powered by the BitShares blockchain technology. And they will call it DLT for the corporate world, and it can be BTSMG fork. So we have one token on BitShares blockchain that is issued. You see it on the screen in a moment. You will see it on the screen. The moment we upgraded to lifetime member, we created as BTVRS. BTVRS is BitVerse, is a metaverse token issued by BitShares Management Group Limited on the native BitShares blockchain. BitVerse will be used for the architecture and planning of smart cities around the globe, starting from Thailand, Serbia, Slovenia, and Minnesota, USA. BitVerse is a project where metaverse and NFT solutions on BitShares platform will be combined into one world called BitVerse. Let's plan and construct smart cities utilizing blockchain technology, estimate costs and requirements for their completion and future maintenance, combining the speed of the BitShares network and the ability to perform 130,000 plus transactions per second, aka TPS, at very low transaction costs. We are just closer to a digital reality than ever before. We've been as owner, BitShares Management Group. So, yeah, company issued the asset. Company is not offering asset in Thailand. Company will not be offering asset in Thailand. Company will be also offering services of converting any object building on part of the city into the smart city, as we already have now experience with our office. Beside that, I have nothing more to add. I stretched it again to 1.5 hours instead of half hour. My dinner is gone, and probably McDonald's will work. I don't see any questions, so I'll just buzz off. And I've seen that some people asked for the what was the second? I believe that live is not really working. No, it's not. It's working. Okay. Yeah, this is super smart. Echo. So that's about it. We are more than happy to expand this tech to the world. I don't know how, but we have to succeed. We will start marketing, as I said, starting next month. Probably even stretch to a sponsorship of a clubs, expensive clubs, professional clubs, leagues. As football is also one of the, for British men's soccer, for the rest of the world, football. Football is one of the very popular, highly paid and money-making part of the industry. So there is a future in that. Sponsorships are the future if you bet on the right horse, how they say it. and that's not even, that's just obvious. Every company that ends up on some F1 uh, race as a partner, or some formula itself as a vehicle, or on some popular club in football, or on some NBA big league shirt, yeah, as a sponsor partner, whatever. They start making growth, exponential growth, that normally you can buy with any amount of money or any marketing that you think you can do. So we are going for a fine branding, exclusivity. One interesting thing about BTVRS token, BitVerse token, is limited with supply to 1 billion, because not 8 billion people will be able to join this project. BitVerse will be exclusive as well. Every token will be buying a property, and the property that you own will be your real asset, as we will tokenize actual properties that we convert to smart properties in a smart city, with approval of the government, of course. Now, we will not be raising funds in any traditional way. There will be a sale of tokenized assets, NFTs, more to say, and you will be buying literally the NFTs that represent the ownership in a metaverse world. That is a smart city. From smart city development, we as a company are getting grants, being paid, funded by the government. We are growing also exponentially, more than anyone else. And at the same time, the properties that we are acquiring are growing with the value as a post-COVID state. So 50 million invested becomes 80 or 90 or 150. I haven't had a stagnation of 10 years with the price in real estate. There is no many companies that are worth something, not many agents that are worth mentioning even. And we have probably the best team, a dream team for doing all of this. Today the head of construction was here. It's a lady, she's in a cute pictures shirt, and I was happy that more and more people who are hired are by themselves wearing the shirt, which is, yeah, I don't know why. It's not that they're being asked, but they're doing it by themselves. For the rest of the team who is more heavy than 70 kilo or taller than 180, we have to order bigger shirts, because we are picking just these skinny ones for the girls and for small guys like me. 3 shirts we owe to someone to send to his girlfriend in Bangkok. My apologies, it's been months, I know. And I just found the address and the message in Telegram, and even the shirts packed in all of this movie, and fuck up, we somehow forgotten. We haven't forgotten anyway totally, and we will be sending it at our own cost. You will be getting also some bonus for patience and not calling us out in public. And yeah, we have nothing more to be wrong for, and they can just go to the corner, turn around, cry until they die. Who don't like us? A lot of hate on Twitter. I started reporting accounts using the libel and defamation against the brand. Twitter will have to respond to that, or the CEO of Twitter will have a bigger problem that he had with Trump. And that's it. Since we protected ourselves before anything or anyone can take away our rights. Yeah, we have the trademark. That's a special right. And that's nothing to do with people. It's related to the name of the one that you want to mess with. And this one. That's it. No questions. Bye. Good night. And see you tomorrow on the launch of BitShares.org, new beautiful website, listing the entire team and all the employees and the ones who are really involved in the project. Also the ones who are the founders, pioneers, maximalists, and biggest contributors to the project. Some of them even thankful that it exists. They'll all be on the team page. and we hope to hear from all of them. Will be few surprises in the names, but yeah, you'll have to call back. That's it. We want to talk to everyone. We want to have a good relationship, collaboration with everyone, even the one who were there from the beginning. So, saying that, Liu Xiao Liu, Jerry Liu, aka BitVerse, say hello to your first original business partner. I'm not a monster. As you can see, we can do business, normal business. We just want a distance, independence, and our rules, since we deserve it, yeah. We are deserving it in the end. It's not easy to battle with what we battled with, and still we are here where we are. So there should be some lessons for learning. Haters, corner, die, cry, bye bye.